Welcome back to the Learning Summit podcast, where we explore the latest trends in education, workplace learning, and technology. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're discussing something that has completely transformed the way we teach and train: how technology improves learning. With so many digital tools available, technology has made learning more accessible, engaging, and effective, whether in schools, universities, or corporate environments. To break it all down, I'm joined by Sean Gilligan, founder of Webanywhere. Sean, welcome back.
Thanks, Alex. I love this topic because technology isn't just changing education, it's making learning more personalised, efficient, and interactive. If used well, it can enhance knowledge retention and skill development in ways traditional methods just can't match.
Let's jump in. The first point is personalisation. How does technology make learning more tailored to individuals?
One-size-fits-all learning doesn't work anymore. With AI and adaptive learning platforms, technology can adjust content based on a learner's skill level, pace, and interests. For example, let's say an employee is struggling with a specific concept in workplace training. Instead of just moving on, an AI-powered LMS can recommend additional resources, quizzes, or micro-learning videos to reinforce that area. Similarly, in schools, adaptive software can detect when a student needs more support and offer extra practice exercises or visual explanations. This ensures that learners progress at their own pace rather than being forced through a rigid curriculum.
That's really powerful because people absorb information in different ways. Some might learn better through text, while others need visuals or hands-on practice.
Exactly. Personalisation keeps learners engaged and reduces frustration, making it easier to retain information and apply it in real-world situations.
The second big way technology improves learning is accessibility and flexibility. How has digital learning changed where and when people can learn?
In the past, learning was restricted to classrooms or training rooms. Now, with mobile learning, cloud-based platforms, and e-learning apps, people can access content whenever and wherever they want. This is huge for remote employees, busy professionals, and students who need to learn on the go. Imagine someone commuting to work and listening to a training podcast, or a teacher completing CPD modules on their phone in between lessons. For companies, this means training no longer interrupts productivity. Employees can complete courses at their own pace, rather than sitting through long, scheduled sessions that might not fit their workload.
That's a great point. Technology gives people control over their learning, so they can fit it into their schedule instead of being forced into a rigid system.
Exactly, and it's not just time flexibility, it also helps with accessibility for diverse learners. Someone with a visual impairment can use screen readers, while someone who prefers audio learning can listen to course material instead of reading it.
The third point is engagement and interactivity. Let's be honest, traditional training can sometimes be a bit dull. How does technology make learning more engaging?
People learn best when they're actively involved rather than just passively listening or reading. That's where interactive technology like quizzes, simulations, and gamification comes in. For example, in corporate training, instead of watching a 20-minute lecture on cybersecurity, employees can go through a simulation where they identify potential threats in a mock email system. In schools, gamified learning apps make subjects like math or science more exciting, rewarding students with badges, leaderboards, and real-time feedback. This keeps learners motivated because they feel a sense of progress.
I love that because it turns learning into an experience rather than just an obligation. When people enjoy training, they're more likely to retain the information.
Exactly. Interactivity builds engagement, and engagement leads to better learning outcomes. It's why modern e-learning platforms include drag and drop exercises, simulations, and scenario-based learning rather than just text and videos.
The fourth way technology enhances learning is collaboration and social learning. How does tech make learning more of a shared experience?
Great question. Traditional learning was mostly individualistic, but technology has made it more social and collaborative. For example, learning platforms now include discussion boards, virtual study groups, and live Q&A sessions, where learners can ask questions, share insights, and help each other. Social learning is also big in workplace training. Many companies now use peer learning tools where employees can record short video tips, answer FAQs, or share best practices on internal platforms.
That's really smart, because sometimes the best learning happens through conversations and shared experiences, not just formal training.
Exactly. Social learning reinforces knowledge because people remember discussions, problem-solving experiences, and real-world examples more than just reading a PDF.
The last point is tracking and analytics. How does technology help measure learning progress?
This is a big one. Before technology, companies and schools had no real way to track learning effectiveness beyond test scores. Now, learning platforms provide detailed analytics on engagement, completion rates, quiz performance, and time spent on content. This helps trainers and educators identify gaps and improve learning programs. For example, if a course has a high drop-off rate, trainers can check where learners lose interest and adjust the content. If employees struggle with a module, they can get personalised recommendations for extra support.
So it's not just about delivering content, it's about constantly improving how people learn based on real data.
Exactly. Analytics make training more effective and personalised, ensuring learners get the right support at the right time.
That's a great overview. Before we wrap up, what's the first step for companies or schools looking to integrate technology into learning?
Start with a small, manageable change. Maybe add interactive quizzes, mobile access, or discussion forums. Gather feedback, see what works, and build from there. Most importantly, use technology to enhance learning, not replace human connection. The best systems combine digital tools with real engagement from teachers, trainers, and mentors.
That's fantastic advice. Where can listeners go to learn more about using technology to improve learning?
They can visit Webanywhere.com. We help schools and businesses integrate learning technology that drives real engagement and results.
Sean, thanks again for another insightful discussion.
Thanks, Alex. Always great to chat.
And to you, the audience, thank you for listening to the Learning Summit podcast. We'll see you next time.